Now, this is just real basic stuff, and I'm talking about it all the way through here. You have to have an understanding of how much money comes in on payday and what your bills are going out. Without the visibility of how money is moving around your household, you are like a ship at sea without a rudder, just floating around, lurching from one crisis to the next. And if you're one of those people that's, oh, it's not fair, this always happens to me, it's because you're unorganized. It's because you've got no budget, no idea what's going on with your finances. I'm sounding a little bit harsh on this one because it's absolutely crucial to understand where money moves around in your house. Live a cash-only lifestyle. On payday, because now you're doing a budget and all your bills are automated, everything's going out, you can tell how much you have for discretionary spending. You can tell how much you can carry around until the next payday that is your fun money. It might be money that you use to buy lunch out or all sorts of things. Now, if you go on payday to the ATM, remember all your bills are automated, and you withdraw a fixed amount and you put the cash in 20s or 50s into your wallet, that's it. And you will learn to live within that budget. That's how much money you get for fun. And if it runs out, you have to stop your fun. It's that simple. Invest in passive income streams. Now, this is a bit further down the track. If you're someone that's beginning on this journey, we want you to create a budget. We want you to automate your bills. We want you to carry cash only. All these things will help you live within your means. And hopefully you have extra money. You can save because you're watching it. And then if you purchase things like shares, which do have a risk element involved, but if you purchase things like shares that pay a dividend to you a couple of times a year, that's passive income. And the more you save, the more you can invest in shares, the more passive income your shares will pay you in dividends. Cut your expenses. If you have little hacks like, I'm only going to buy a coffee on Fridays and Mondays. Monday, because it's the start of the week, I want to feel good. And Friday, because I'm celebrating the end of the week. They could be your coffee days. You could put a couple of days in there, like you could make Wednesday, I don't even take my wallet to work day. How can I spend money if I've got no wallet? All sorts of things like that. So cut your expenses, make lunch. Don't go too hard though. Cutting expenses is like a diet. If you go too hard, it'll just fall over too quickly. So just ease into it. Don't be too hard on yourself and make sure you give yourself fun. But cut back on expenses, which means you have more left to create that passive income stream. Have a backup fund, or we like to call it emergency fund. If you're at the start of your journey, save $1,000. And then after you've got everything in order, maybe paid your debts down, I'll talk about that in a minute, build up 3 to 6 months worth of your expenses. Now you can tell what your expenses are because you've done a budget. You know what your rent and food and everything costs now. That's got a number to it. Let's say it's $1,000 a week. Save $12,000 and that means that you can meet your expenses should your income stop. It means that you can meet any emergency costs should they occur. Have a backup fund. I want you to stack up all of the debts. It's called the snowball effect. And then when you've done your budget, you can see what's left over. That is what you're going to apply to your smallest debt. Everything else is going to be on a minimum payment. Once you've paid off that smallest debt, you take the money that you were paying to that and everything you can spare and you pay it on the next debt. And then you do the same on the next debt and you do the same on the next debt. And that's called the snowball technique, and it works. And some people might say, oh, no, that's wrong, Jeremy. You should pay the one with the highest interest rate first. If that was your method of thinking, why do you have the debt in the first place? The reason we do the snowball technique is because we use the motivation and the momentum of getting ahead, which is more powerful than just finding the one with the highest interest rate and doing that one and going nowhere. The conclusions are, do a budget, know where your money is, get rid of your debt using the snowball technique, carry cash, build passive income, have an emergency fund. Happiness will follow. A big part of mental health problems these days is people worrying about how they're going to make ends meet. This is a plan for you to do it.